Force unlock decision checklist. Terraform locks state before it performs a write operation. That lock prevents another Terraform process from modifying the same state file at the same time. The protection exists because the state file is the record of infrastructure identity. Two concurrent writes can corrupt that record and cause Terraform to lose synchronization with real infrastructure. A stale lock appears when a run crashes, loses network connectivity, or terminates before Terraform releases the lock normally. The next Terraform operation sees the lock and refuses to continue. A lock does not automatically mean the lock is stale. The lock may belong to a Terraform apply that is still running somewhere else. That apply may still be creating, modifying, or deleting infrastructure resources. If another engineer force unlocks the state during that operation, Terraform loses its concurrency protection. The second Terraform run may generate a plan using incomplete or outdated state information. That creates the risk of duplicate resources, missing dependencies, or destructive drift correction. The first decision checkpoint is always process verification. Find the active writer before touching the lock. Terraform force unlock requires the lock ID. That ID identifies the exact lock record Terraform intends to remove. The lock ID acts as a safety boundary. It prevents an old unlock command from accidentally removing a newer lock created by another operation. A missing lock ID usually means the operator skipped evidence collection. That is a process failure before it becomes a Terraform failure. Do not force unlock a state unless the lock identity is verified first. Force unlock removes the lock record only. It does not validate the condition of the state file afterward. If the previous Terraform operation stopped midway through execution, the state may contain partial information about infrastructure changes. That creates uncertainty about what Terraform believes already exists. A state backup creates a recovery point before manual intervention occurs. If the unlock leads to further corruption or accidental writes, the backup becomes a forensic reference for reconstruction. Backup is part of the unlock procedure, not an optional safety habit. Force unlock bypasses Terraform's normal lock release mechanism. The operator becomes responsible for concurrency safety after that point. The safe use case is narrow. No active writer can exist. The lock identity must already be verified. A state backup must already exist. At that point, force unlock becomes a controlled recovery action instead of a panic response. On a submarine, a stuck indication was never treated as permission to override the system. We verified the actual equipment state first. Terraform locks require the same discipline. The terminal only reports a blockage. The infrastructure environment may still be changing underneath it. Force unlock only restores access to Terraform state operations. It does not prove that infrastructure and state are synchronized afterward. A follow-up Terraform plan refreshes Terraform's understanding of the environment. That process exposes missing resources, unexpected drift, or partially completed operations. The recovery procedure ends only after Terraform state and real infrastructure agree again. Unlocking the state is not the finish line. Verification is the finish line.